Hey everyone, it's Alec Kermit, and today I have 4 new untied world records to share with you from Agent Under Fire's most competitive IL category, the operative difficulty category. So we're going to jump right into it with a run of cold reception in 1 minute and 28 seconds by Kid the Ons, which is a 1 second improvement. So plant jump up to the staging area there, done very well. Kid does all the turning and moving at the same time, which is not so easy in that trick. Gets through here pretty quick, no mistakes. Wall slide, open the elevator, and he's on his way to the next area. Very well done so far. Wall slides the left side, then the right side a little bit. The hitboxes on these decryptor spots are really bad, and it's very hard to go through full speed, but he did it there. He also was able to cleanly get through that door to get to the elevator, which is also not very easy to do. It's easy to hit the button too late and kind of have to wait for that door or get stuck on the trim. Slightly slow getting through that last door, however. You actually want to wedge yourself in like the seam of the door and so that you slip through as early as possible, but he kind of wiggled to the left and wasted maybe a quarter of a second there. Great job getting down to the bottom floor. And here's a new strategy that Kid found where you go to the right side of this hill instead, and you're able to activate this door to open right before the cutscene triggers. And so most of the time spent waiting for the door to open is actually done in the cutscene now. And of course, in-game time does not run during cutscenes. So that saves at least a second. Really nice jump up to the tram cable. Not quite as fast as the previous record did, though. It was very YOLO in the previous record.
What the fuck?
But you can tell Kid's pretty surprised
What
that
the fuck?
he got the record there. Well deserved with the new strategy implementation, and Kid's also just very fast. The next run is of Night of the Jackal in 2 minutes and 2 seconds, also by Kid the Ons, and it's another 1 second improvement over the previous record. And this is probably the most disrespectfully recorded Agent Under Fire run in history now. We have a cracked screen, an out of focus drinking glass taking up about a fourth of the image, and you'll hear in a second some silverware being put up in a noisy fashion in the background. So we take all quality as long as the run is good. And this is certainly a very well done run. New strategy there to get into the apartment. Instead of using the Q claw to zip across to the window, he actually just jumps out of the balcony, which is a little bit faster, it turns out, but definitely more difficult now. So this first area, there are 5 hostage takers you have to kill in order to clear the objective. And the first guy dies off screen to this grenade. There's number 2. And then the last 3 are in this room together. And this is a crucial part for speed, and that was done pretty well there. Just a minor hesitation, and that's all. So making our way to the secret door, nice and clean. That guy did not get in the way. And through the elevator doors, nice and fast. So here comes the Jackal skip. Throws the grenade pretty early. That's good. And here comes a new strategy that I actually came up with where you get an alignment in order to shoot the helicopter just a smidge before it reaches its maximum height. And it turns out if you hit it at just that time, it actually has a faster crashing animation by about 2 seconds, just under 2 seconds. So he nailed it there. If you miss that, you maybe waste about a second over the normal strategy. But yeah, really cool that that's possible now. So 2 new strategies there to bring the record down. Certainly it can go lower, but that was still a very good run. The next run is of Mediterranean Crisis in 2 minutes and 29 seconds, also by Kid the Ons, and this time it's a 2 second improvement over the previous record. And we also have a capture card now, The audio is still pretty bad and it's in 240p, but hey, anything is better than that last recording setup, right? I've said it before, I do think this is the hardest IL in the game. You can run out of health really easily, especially in this first section. You can get blocked by guards pretty frequently, and the tricks involved are some of the hardest in the game. So this first trick he's going for is a balcony boost, and it saves a little over 10 seconds, and it's a very, very precise, actually the most precise timing of a grenade jump trick in this game that we use in real time. It's also very hard to survive health-wise. As you can see, as he starts section 2, he's only got 1 bar of health down there. So luckily there's some armor right here at the start. He's going to shoot this guy through the window, which is an interesting choice. And he's going to destroy this turret guy because the bullets of that turret actually push you around, and you need some precision here to set this trick up. And so you hop up over the railing using the Q claw, and that lets you skip to the last section of the level early, so you can destroy the helicopter with the clones in it right now, about midway through the mission. So what that does is it starts the sequence of Zoe readying her jet for you to get in and end the mission, but we still need to complete the level's objectives for the mission to end. So he's going to keep going through the level while in the background Zoe is getting her jet set up. And this is going to save time because we don't have to wait for Zoe to do all this at the very end. So a little cautious here with the barrels, trying not to get blown up because there's a helicopter that's shooting wildly. Really kind of unnecessary. If you move through the area just right, you really won't die from random explosions. So that's definitely a point of improvement. So because Zoe is in her jet waiting for us at the finish line, she's not actually spawned in next to these barrels and super thugs. So instead of being cautious about killing these thugs, we can just chuck a grenade and it kills them very easily. So that's another benefit of doing this level with this route. His health is low, but these two guys really are not a threat. And you can see Zoe is there waiting for us already. And yeah, very good run. I expect to see it go even lower soon. The final run today is of Trouble in Paradise in 1 minute and 26 seconds by JTPG, and this one's pretty historic because it actually ties the time that the TAS got back in 2016. So a TAS is basically a perfectly manufactured speed run where you play frame by frame. So for 2016, it was absolutely the fastest way we knew how to get through the level. It also had perfect lock cut aiming, and it even had the advantage of playing on 00 Agent, which has less of those hint cutscenes, so less times where the player is being stopped momentum-wise. But here we are. We finally have reached the point where a human player has achieved the same time as that TAS. So let's see how he did it. The most obvious difference between the TAS and this run is that this run uses strafe jumping. So you can see on this long stretch here at the beginning, he is strafe jumping to gain speed. And that's a technique that we didn't know about in 2016 when the TAS was made. But JTPG has become this game's best strafe jumper by far. And you can see him use it to great effect many times in this level. So good lock cut, a little bit of an aiming correction, but perfect lock cuts are almost impossible. It's all manually aimed. So another little strafe jump and then starts another to get down this long bending hallway. Doing it out in the open like this is the harder technique, and then what you see here is the wall slide strafe jump, which is a little bit easier. He did lose a little bit of speed getting to that hallway trigger. Your button presses for mashing jump have to be extremely well timed to keep your speed, so probably he just jumped a little late. Got through the plant room very well. There was one guard at the end that tried to block him, but he got around him pretty smoothly. Little wall slide here into the cutscene. And this puts him in a good position to strafe jump and then transition into a wall slide strafe jump. You can see really good speed there. The base speed in this game is about 315 when you're just running straight. But when you're strafe jumping optimally like he just did, you can get upwards of 500 plus. Really clean jump onto the invisible wall and then the submarine. Just a tiny little setup and a good lock cut as well. And that gives us the legendary 126 TAS tie. Thank you for tuning in today. If you like this video, please do leave a like. And if you want to learn more about speedrunning this game, want to submit your own runs, or just want to keep up to date with the fastest runs as they come out, go to speedrun.com/AUF and you'll have all the resources there to do so. We hope to see you on the next video. Be safe.